Hello, I'm Wayne Hay in Kuala Lumpur with the top stories on Al Jazeera. Hamid Karzai has been sworn in for a second term as Afghanistan's president. Dozens of foreign dignitaries attended his inauguration, held under extremely tight security over fears of Taliban attacks. Karzai was declared winner of the disputed election in August after his only challenger backed out of the runoff this month. The Supreme Court in Bangladesh has upheld the death sentences imposed on the convicted killers of the country's founding president in 1976. 5 former soldiers found guilty of the murder of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman in a coup attempt had appealed their sentences. They now face death by hanging. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the father of the current Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The US President Barack Obama has wrapped up his Asia tour in Seoul by calling on North Korea to take serious steps to end its nuclear program. The White House is sending an envoy to Pyongyang next month for direct talks. Obama has also pledged to work with South Korean President Lee Myung-bak to make progress on approving a bilateral free trade pact that's been stalled for 2 years. And for the first time, Obama has acknowledged he'll not be able to meet his promise to close down the Guantanamo Bay detention camp by January. He says he hopes the prison will close next year, but won't say when. Obama's blamed elements in the US Congress for the delay. Opposition Republicans are trying to block funding for the plan and outlaw moves to bring the detainees to the US. The European Union is due to appoint its first president on Thursday. A summit is scheduled to take place in Brussels. There are 7 candidates vying for the job, but none have the unanimous backing of the EU's 27 member states. Thousands of people poisoned by toxic waste in Côte d'Ivoire are heading back to the courts to try to gain access to their compensation payout. Lawyers for the victims are appealing against the decision to freeze $45 million in compensation paid into an Ivorian bank by Trafigura, the company responsible for the poisoning. Payments were frozen by a court in Abidjan last month, less than 2 weeks before the money was to be distributed. Well, for the latest updates, you can log on to our website. The address is aljazeera.net/English.